Hey, SMB Nation folks, Harry Brailsford here. I am in Scottsdale, Arizona still. It's actually rainy out. I can't believe it. There was an umbrella in my hotel room. I couldn't figure out why, and today I know why. It's actually raining in the Phoenix area, what we're used to in Seattle. But I'm at the end of the SolarWinds EmpowerMSP 2018 conference, and I'm fitting in a little chit-chat with Marco Muto. Sir, I appreciate you carving out a little time for, we all have to get on planes and go home.
We do. Thanks for having me, Harry. I appreciate it.
So I understand you recently joined SolarWinds through an acquisition. Tell me about you. Tell me about what you did prior, and then maybe a little bit about what you do today at SolarWinds.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm kind of an IT geek. I've been in IT for my entire professional career.
All right.
Coming up on 20 years in IT, and had an interesting journey. Was part of an MSP for a while. Started an MSP of my own.
Oh, so you carried the bag.
Carried the bag, yeah. Carried the bag a little bit, and then in 2011, I teamed up with the other co-founder of Trusted Metrics, a gentleman by the name of Michael Menifee.
Okay.
And we started a managed security services practice. And
Boy, that's early.
Yeah, it was early. It was early. Well, you know what? We were focused on the things like assessment work and penetration testing,
right?
And eventually got into the managed logging capabilities. And we kind of just came to the conclusion that there just wasn't something out there that fit the need for a service provider like ourselves. So we went out and raised a little bit of money and built our own platform.
So you actually developed intellectual property, IP.
We actually developed
to
IP.
surround, and it came from your experience in the field, and
it did,
and so on. Okay, so fast forward the movie. Your firm was acquired. Tell me about that. I'm not familiar with that story.
Yeah, absolutely. So Trusted Metrics was acquired in July of 2018, and it was really an interesting story. It is pretty recently. Yeah, it's less than 90 days old actually.
Yeah.
So this is all fresh. It's very exciting, and it's all very new. But it was a great marriage. It really was, because what we saw over the past couple of years was a number of large organizations really trying to get into the security space with a product like Trusted Metrics had created. The biggest problem we always had was that we never saw the marriage with those organizations that would come to us and say, hey, it seems like a good fit.
Yeah.
They saw it as a good fit because they wanted to get into security, but they really didn't see how it fit together with us.
Yeah.
Fast forward to around April of this year, and SolarWinds came along and they said, hey, we've got this MSP business, we've got these IT pros, and we need a solution that was built from the ground up specific for service providers.
Yeah.
We said, well, wait a minute, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
And the problem we always had was we had about $3 worth of marketing budget. Organization like SolarWinds has a little bit more, right? And our goal was to always, how can we take this product out to the world? And fortunately for us, we had the opportunity to do that through the SolarWinds acquisition.
And you said you're based in Philadelphia now. Will you relocate, or do you know where you may end up?
So I'll likely stay in Philadelphia. I travel a bit, do most of the work remotely. I've been working remotely for about 15 years, so I'm pretty efficient at it.
Yeah.
I actually sometimes feel like you can be a little bit more efficient working from home.
There you go.
You know? So
I travel, so maybe that's the secret.
That's the secret, yeah.
And then what, given, I understand you're in your first quarter at SolarWinds. I get that. It takes a little while to learn your job. But maybe what are your top 3 responsibilities at SolarWinds?
Sure. So I think my first responsibility was successful integration of Trusted Metrics into SolarWinds.
Okay.
Right? And that's everything along the lines with product, financial, the whole component.
CRM operations.
Right. Just everything. Like get the business over, make sure we're up and running. I think the second is also ensuring that the teams really understand the product, its capabilities, and how do we go to market with it. And the third, I think, is really a subset of the go-to-market, right?
Yeah.
It's figuring out, we've got all of these different channels to where we work, and essentially being able to figure out how does this product fit and how do we get it out there.
Yeah.
And really interestingly, we announced yesterday a program for MSPs that are essentially looking for some help in delivering security services. We announced a threat monitoring service program.
Yeah, that's definitely been a theme from this year's show.
You probably heard about it, right?
Yeah, no question about it. Well, I think it's timely, and you're certainly in a timely area. Maybe the last question, just curiosity, but with your your former firm, how many employees was that? Did they all come over to SolarWinds, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so we had 10 people at Trusted Metrics. We ran a very lean shop.
Sure.
We did a lot with a little. And the beauty of the acquisition was that while it was extremely important for us that all of those employees come over, it was also very important for SolarWinds to make sure all those employees came over.
Yeah.
So it was really, again, another way. It was just a great marriage for us.
Well, I'll tell you, you've answered all my questions. I'm going to make this the sign-off from the SolarWinds EmpowerMSP Conference 2018 from Scottsdale, Arizona. It's kind of strange. It's both hot and rainy.
And hot and rainy, yeah.
All right, my friend.
Thank you, Harry.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.